Welcome to What You Missed Today from Voice of Emirates, an AI-powered daily news bulletin where we bring you a concise roundup of the top stories we have covered since this morning. From local, Arab and international news to economy, entertainment, sports and lifestyle. I'm the virtual presenter for Voice of Emirates. Now, let's begin with the highlights of what you may have missed today. Emirates Health Services has adopted 2 new specialized mental health training programs accredited by the UAE board, reinforcing the nation's commitment to developing highly qualified healthcare professionals. The initiative is designed to expand specialist expertise, improve the quality of mental health services, and support the UAE's broader strategy of integrating mental well-being into comprehensive healthcare. The UAE has reached a major transportation milestone with the arrival of the first Etihad passenger train in Abu Dhabi. The inaugural service connects Abu Dhabi and Fujairah in just 1 hour and 45 minutes, marking the beginning of the country's long-awaited passenger rail network. Officials say the project will enhance connectivity, support economic growth, and provide a faster, more sustainable travel option across the Emirates. DP World and Lintara Properties have laid the foundation stone for a new logistics hub in Jebel Ali Free Zone, featuring modern industrial and warehouse facilities. The development is designed to meet growing demand for advanced logistics infrastructure, improve supply chain efficiency, and support regional trade. Officials say the project reinforces Dubai's position as a leading global hub for logistics, manufacturing, and international commerce. And from the international news, the United States has ruled out imposing shipping fees in the Strait of Hormuz, reaffirming that the strategic waterway must remain open to international navigation. Washington said freedom of navigation is a core principle of international maritime law and rejected any proposal to charge commercial vessels for transit. The statement comes amid ongoing discussions over the future administration of one of the world's most critical energy routes. Tensions have intensified across parts of South Africa after anti-immigration protests escalated into incidents of looting and unrest. Authorities deployed additional police to contain the violence, while President Cyril Ramaphosa condemned xenophobia and urged respect for the rule of law. The demonstrations reflect growing frustration over unemployment and migration, but rights groups warn that targeting foreign nationals risks deepening the crisis. Greece's tourism industry continues to demonstrate resilience despite ongoing geopolitical tensions in the region. Officials say strong international demand, steady bookings, and diversified tourism offerings have helped sustain growth throughout 2026. While challenges remain, the sector continues to attract visitors from key global markets, reinforcing tourism's role as a cornerstone of the Greek economy. The Somali National Army has announced a successful special operation against al-Shabaab in southern Somalia, killing several senior commanders and a number of militants. Officials say the raid targeted key hideouts used to coordinate attacks, dealing a significant blow to the extremist group's operational network. The government reaffirmed its commitment to continuing military operations aimed at restoring security and eliminating terrorism across the country. And from the political news, Russia has warned of serious consequences from what it describes as escalating European policies, accusing Western nations of driving the region toward greater confrontation. Moscow says increased military support for Ukraine and NATO's expanding activities are fueling instability and reducing the prospects for dialogue. The latest remarks underscore the continuing tensions between Russia and the West over European security and the war in Ukraine. A policy disagreement is exposing divisions within France's far-right National Rally. Party leader Jordan Bardella has signaled a review of Marine Le Pen's retirement promises, arguing that pension reform should focus more on years of contributions than a fixed retirement age. The shift reflects Bardella's efforts to broaden the party's appeal, while highlighting growing strategic differences ahead of France's 2027 presidential race. A fresh diplomatic dispute has erupted between Washington and Tehran after a video showing a U.S. official dancing circulated online. Iran condemned the footage as what it called political vulgarity, accusing Washington of disrespecting diplomatic norms. The incident adds another layer of tension to already strained U.S.-Iran relations, as both sides continue to exchange sharp rhetoric despite ongoing efforts to ease regional tensions. And from the business news, Dubai has strengthened its reputation as a leading destination for global investment, attracting nearly 150 billion dirhams in investments over the past 3 years. Analysts say the Emirates' resilient economy, business-friendly policies, and world-class infrastructure have enabled it to withstand global pressures while continuing to draw smart capital, reinforcing its status as one of the world's most competitive investment hubs. Iran's annual inflation rate climbed to 83% in June 2026, reflecting mounting economic pressure on households and businesses. The sharp rise comes amid ongoing financial instability, sanctions, and higher living costs, driving up prices for essential goods and services. Economists warn that persistent inflation is eroding purchasing power and adding to the country's broader economic challenges. Gold prices fell below $4,000, marking their biggest monthly loss since 2008. The decline comes as investors reassess market risks, interest rate expectations, and the strength of the dollar. Analysts say the sharp retreat reflects changing sentiment after a strong rally, while traders continue to watch global economic signals for the next direction in precious metals. And from the science and technology news, Meta has unveiled new brain decoding technology that uses artificial intelligence to convert brain activity into written text. The system analyzes neural signals linked to language and thoughts, allowing words to appear on a screen without typing or voice commands. Still in the research phase, the technology could help people who have lost the ability to speak, while raising major questions around accuracy, equipment size, and data privacy. Artificial intelligence companies are increasingly turning to bank loans instead of traditional fundraising as competition intensifies. Borrowing allows firms to finance costly AI infrastructure and model development without diluting shareholder ownership. Analysts say the shift marks a new phase in the AI financing race, although rising debt levels also increase financial risks if expected returns fail to materialize. And what you might have missed: the entertainment and arts news. As summer temperatures rise, experts say staying hydrated is not only about drinking water, but also choosing the right foods. Water-rich options like watermelon, cucumber, tomatoes, lettuce, yogurt, and natural juices help replace fluids lost through sweating. At the same time, people are advised to limit salty, fried, sugary, and caffeine-rich items, while avoiding direct sun exposure during peak heat hours. Health experts are urging people to recognize the early signs of pneumonia, including persistent cough, fever, and shortness of breath, as prompt diagnosis can prevent serious complications. They also stress the importance of managing insulin resistance through a balanced diet, regular exercise, and routine medical checkups to reduce the risk of developing type 2 diabetes and other chronic diseases. Egyptian writers have made a remarkable impact on the long lists of the 2026 Qatar Prize for Arabic Novel. securing 26 nominations across multiple categories. The strong representation highlights Egypt's continued leadership in Arabic literature, with authors and critics competing in published and unpublished novels, young adult fiction, historical novels, and literary criticism. We conclude our roundup with the top sports news stories you might have missed. Erling Haaland has etched his name into Norwegian football history. The Manchester City striker scored the dramatic late winner as Norway defeated Ivory Coast 2-1, securing the nation's first ever victory in a FIFA World Cup knockout match. Haaland's fifth goal of the tournament sends Norway into the round of 16, where they now face five-time champions Brazil in a historic showdown. France booked its place in the FIFA World Cup round of 16 with a commanding 3-0 victory over Sweden. Kylian Mbappé starred once again, scoring twice, while Bradley Barcola added the third to seal a dominant performance. The win extends France's impressive run in the tournament and sets up a round of 16 showdown against Paraguay as Les Bleus continue their pursuit of World Cup glory. That was your roundup of what you may have missed today from Voice of Emirates. For the full stories, visit our website and follow us on social media for the latest updates. Thank you for watching. See you next time.